What do you value, like in all of life? Because this might be the most critical question for today, and probably every day forever, since it guides so much of our decision making. But values are also self-motivators. They create who we are because they tell the story of what matters most to us. Universities, they want to know what motivates you, how you spend your time, how you make choices. I promise you that values will be at the core of every essay you write. So asking ourselves what we find important seems like a simple question, but we don't often stop to exclusively think about what matters to us. But you're going to pause and you're going to do just that. You're going to brainstorm your values, how they've influenced you, and how they've shaped who you are, and continue to guide you. Maybe you even ask the question, why do you value what you value? Because it'll help you to explore family and cultural influences and role models. And do you see how many stories can possibly arise from that one question? You can discover so much about yourself, and then you ultimately share more about who you are with colleges, and that's the goal. So I want to start with a super simple activity. I want you to answer one question. Now, this is the first time I'm asking you to brainstorm, but I'm going to be asking you to brainstorm a whole lot throughout this course. So let me share 3 super important rules for when you brainstorm. Number 1, there is no judgment allowed. So an example, you're taking pen to paper or you're typing away and a little voice in the back of your head says, that's dumb, or that's not really that good. Your brain is trying to be productive by sifting through ideas at this point. So let it. At the brainstorming stage, every thought counts, which leads me to quantity matters more than quality. You will sift through the ideas after you brainstorm, but you need enough to sift through. So get all those ideas onto the page. Even if your knee-jerk reaction is, this is no good, write it down anyway. Plus, one idea often leads to another idea. The first thought that pops into your head that you might be tempted to shut down and judge could be the link to the next, ultimately better idea. Just keep that flow going, write them all down. Encourage seemingly wild ideas. Even if a concept feels a little out there or random, I want you to go with it at this stage because it could develop, and I've seen this happen time and again, into a unique essay. All right, you have those 3 rules? All right, here is your first very light brainstorm. I want you to name 3 values you have. I want you to pause this lesson to create that list. Once you've written down 3 values, I want you to ask yourself the following questions for each value you record. Number 1, why does this value matter to me? Number 2, did something, a person or experience influence this value? And then number 3, how do you express or support this value in your life? Did you need more support identifying your values? Just a question, because if so, refer to your digital workbook for a list of values. Ultimately, you want to understand what's important to you, who you are. When you begin to write your essays, you'll likely find that a value is central to your main idea. So whether you discuss a hardship you've overcome or a skill you've developed, each essay is begging the question, how has this shaped you? And underneath that question is every college's intention to learn who you are and what matters to you, or your values.